For the judge tonight, different story, different guy, same old timeline passing by. Stacks of papers, cameras roll, another twist in the episode. Judge just sighs and taps the pen. Didn't we hear this one again? Every man she dates somehow gets a headline starting now. Claim the bump, file the suit, cue the courtroom parachute. Oh, bump, 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 lawsuit, baby. Tell me who's the daddy lately? Story changing day by day. Courtroom drama on display. Bump, 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 lawsuit show. Everybody's in the know. Truth walks in and here we go. Another twist in Laura's show. Wanted Rose's TV fame. Clayton didn't play that game. Instead of roses on a stage, now it's filings page by page. Every boyfriend gets the news. Guess what? I've got a claim for you. Timeline's wobbling, facts are thin, but the lawsuits keep rolling in. Failed abortions in the tail, another story set to sail. But the courtroom crowd can see this plot twist in HD. Oh, bump, 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 lawsuit, baby. Tell me who's the daddy lately? Bump rolling through the door. Judges heard this all before. Bump, 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 lawsuit show. Everybody's in the know. Truth walks in and steals the scene. Popcorn in the balcony. Oh, hey, hey, what's the claim today? Lawyer tweeting all the way. Hey, hey, what's the story now? Judge just raise an eyebrow. Fake bump here, new suit there. Timeline floating in the air. Lawyer tweet, courtroom heat. 90s beat on repeat. Oh, bump, bump, lawsuit, baby. Courtroom drama driving crazy. Another claim, another view. Same old plot in episode 2. Bump, 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 lawsuit show. Everybody's in the know. When the truth steps through the door, that bump might roll across the floor.
Hello, guys. Happy Members Only Monday. Hi, my fellow Melissa. Hi, Lisa, Julie, Steph, Deanimated, Mary Smith, Harlot, Jen. Welcome, welcome. Hello to anybody who may be watching but cannot chat. I am so excited to start this response to the complaint that Laura filed, because apparently there is a lot in here, things that we have not seen before, and I am ready to see it. So let me pull up our missing child. I know, me too, Lisa. I'm here for it. You haven't, Mary? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Me neither. So this is Hudson Johnson. She has been missing since February 23rd, 2026 out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. She is 16 years old. If you or anyone you know has information on Hudson's whereabouts, please contact the Cedar Rapids Police Department at 319-286-5491. Hi, Kenzie. Hi, Harlot. Yo, I'm going to be talking about this on Patreon, but I've been going down such a reptilian rabbit hole. And I used to go down these rabbit holes all the time, years ago. And it's interesting how you could revisit the same subjects just at different points in your life, and you gain knowledge and perspective that you didn't have before. And so I've been down listen, I don't get freaked out by things. I really don't. But I ended up freaking myself out last night at 3 a.m, listening to too much reptilian stuff, to where listen, to be fair, I did hear noises in my place, but to where I was like, are the reptilians getting me? Like I started to question myself, like, oh, did I tap into a rabbit hole I'm not supposed to be? And am I gonna get taken out? Like that's yeah. So I've been so deep down a rabbit hole, but I'll talk about that on Patreon. Hi, Salty Veruca. Hi, little D. Just Jen. This ADRE complaint is completely insane, and I'm here for it. If those are the peeps out there, I'm a little scared. Listen, everyone said people were crazy with Bohemian Grove. Everyone said they were crazy with what claims are being made against Steen of the Ep. And now look, and so what I look for when I do go down rabbit holes is consistency. What consistently is being said by whistleblowers and things like that. And I try to find the common ground between all of them. And that's the stuff that I'm likely to believe is happening. But hi, Shayna. Hi, Bad Lady. Hi, DMMT. But there's a whole big rabbit hole or reptilian hole. And I don't know. It's not like I'm full on board with reptilians versus I'm open. Listen, I'm open to anything. Okay. Let me just say that. I'm open to anything. Who knows at this point? Hi, Tiny D. All right. So we are starting this response to the what is it? ALDR complaint. And yeah, it felt weird saying it too, Harlot. Reptilian hole, reptihole. I'm just down it. And ain't no rabbits down there. It's now full on reptilians. And I believe the queen was a reptilian. I believe she was. Okay. I have questions. Okay. I don't even know, DMMT. I was just explaining how I'm going to be talking about reptilians on Patreon. If you saw over on my Patreon this morning, I made a post about all right, who else is following this reptilian stuff? But just don't bother. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't even look into it because I'm going to lose credibility with you. I don't want to lose credibility. So if you aren't already on board, just pretend I didn't say anything. Okay. ADRE, thank you. Arizona Department of Real Estate. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. So we knew that Laura filed complaints against Clayton, right? And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, she was successful with one. Basically because Clayton felt like he crossed the line and he didn't want to continue to do business. And he's like, I respect what he did. I did the missing child, Julie. I got it. Do you, Shayna? Hi, Kirsten. I didn't know you did. Oh, we'll have to talk. On Patreon, Melissa, it was just a post. It wasn't anything. It was a post to gauge the reaction. Hey, does anyone else follow the reptilian stuff? And I'm waiting to see what people say because I'm like, should we do a reptilian live? And I already decided, yeah, we should. Okay. We should. So that's what we're going to do. But that's over on Patreon. I know. Rabbit or reptilian. I know. I feel you. Okay. So this is Clayton's response to her filing. And in this response, he included a lot. Okay. A lot. That's a spicy meatball. It is going to be delicious. So let's just go through this crazy rabbit hole together. It's going to get kinky. So just prepare yourself. All right. Okay. So we're starting off and let's see. Okay. These are text messages. We have 186 pages to go through. So this is from Laura and the subject is file a complaint, August 29th, 2023. And it says, hey, I am filing a complaint against real estate agent Clayton Echard. Please see attached request for investigation, as well as 54 pages of supporting attachments. I can be reached at Nobody Gives a Crap with any additional questions. All the best, Laura Owens. So this is her reaching out, trying to mess with Clayton's job. And it's so messed up. Thank you, Shayna. That's very kind of you. Welcome. If you were lucky enough to get a membership from Shayna, please make sure you thank her.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
That's very generous. Thank you, Shayna. Hi, Bumping Gums. Okay, so we have another subject, file a complaint. Okay, or hold on. No, these are all of the, oh my gosh. These are all the attachments, okay? So Kathy Swan correspondence, offer never submitted, partner POF submitted, purchase contract. Okay, so this is all of her supporting documents. Okay, let me see. So investigation request and complaint. So this is the form I guess she filled out. Even though now please keep in mind, after we heard this bankruptcy hearing, hi Samantha. Yeah, I did. I thought she reported him to his boss. She went to she went to the state. Okay. Thank you. She went to the state. Like this is what's so sick about Laura is she has victimized these men in so many ways and she has tried to sabotage their lives. Like if you aren't going to be with me, if you aren't going to follow through with this supporting me in this fake pregnancy, like I will destroy you. And so I could imagine that plays a heavy role in why maybe Michael stuck around longer than he should have, because I'm sure little things were happening where it's like, oh shit, I would imagine so, Lisa. So he's a real estate broker, failure to disclose information. And she wrote, I contacted his designated broker, Kathy Swan. So I signed 2 official offers that Clayton had prepared for me on 2 properties, which I plan to buy for investment purposes. Again, she testified that she has never earned a single dollar. She has never filed a W-2. She has never filed like 1040. Nada. Zilch. Zip. I merged the 2, but zilch. Zip. Hi, Neat Noodle. Happy Monday. Thank you, Wolfie. Are you Wi-Fi? Because I'm feeling a jeez. Thank you for 51 months. That is something to be celebrated. For sure. Thank you. On that evening, after discussing an unrelated personal issue, Clayton told me he would no longer be representing me. I panicked, knowing that more than $1 million in offers had been submitted. He stopped responding, and since I didn't know what else to do, I contacted the seller's agents. The agent on the Lynn Oaks Drive property said Clayton never submitted my offer. Like the agent on 76, the condo, said he had been on top of it, even though he wasn't communicating with me. See attached. Okay. So extended answer to complaint details. So this is Laura to Catherine, I guess his superior. Hi, Catherine. Listen, my name's Laura Owens, and I found that you were listed as a designated broker for Clayton Echard. I originally sent this email on Friday to Austin, believing he was the one overseeing Clayton's employment, but I believe I was wrong and did not receive a response. Despite the fact that Clayton is a new realtor, I cannot even begin to tell you how impressed I was at his knowledge of the area and what might make a good investment. This was invaluable for me as a first-time investor who lacked not just experience, money, W-2s, but confidence. I found a lender who gave me the go-ahead to put down payments on multiple seller finance properties and believed that I was in excellent hands. Last weekend, Clayton invited me over to his apartment. Let's just say, were physically intimate. This did not appear to impact our working relationship whatsoever, as it wasn't until after that he even showed me any properties. With his guidance, I decided to make offers on 2 properties at a cumulative value of $1,124,000. Both of my offers were at listing price, and our down payment was at or even more than what the sellers offered to carry. I was told that he submitted both with proof of funds from my lender on Wednesday afternoon. He had me guarantee him via text that I would not, under any circumstances, back out of the deals unless there was a material defect because it would make him look bad. Of course, I agreed not to, as it was my full intention to purchase the properties. Our offers were to expire the following evening. On Wednesday evening, after discussing the possibility of dating during or after the purchase of my properties, Clayton snapped and said he would no longer be representing me as my realtor. He had mentioned several times prior that he didn't feel like he or our interest was being taken seriously by the seller's agents. And so his suggestions to either pull the offer or resubmit it with another realtor, all less than 10 hours after our offer was submitted, and seemed unfathomable to me. I did not want to be seen by the homeowners as someone who was flighty, and it seemed to me like Clayton was being extremely childish and immature to pull such a move. This was the opposite of the professional I had seen up until that point. I was about to say something really inappropriate. I still kind of want to. Thank you, Steph. That's very kind of you, Steph. Congratulations. If you just received a membership, that's very, very generous. Thank you so much. Don't encourage her, Sheena. Don't encourage it. Listen, you just don't know how to suck dick. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be vulgar, but if the day after you suck dick, not only does he not want to hit you back up, but he's like, yo, I can't even finish this job. You gotta go. You gotta go. Okay. You're doing something wrong, Laura. Just saying. If you truly knew how to suck dick, he would have been like, you know what? You keep that money and I'll put in the offer for you. So yeah, you bad at this. You don't realize you're saying, listen, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Okay. So on Thursday, an argument ensued after Clayton's lack of transparency about where things stood with the properties and whether or not he was representing me, as well as an argument about taking the Plan B pill. I hate to bring that up as I know it's very personal, but I believe it is relevant simply because my decision should not have clouded Clayton's duties to me as his client while we had active offers. I was subjected to hours of insults during an extremely stressful time as I waited to see if offers were accepted or not. I asked him whether or not he had pulled them, if he had withdrawn as my agent, and if neither had happened, and if he still represented me, if he had any updates. Most of my questions were unanswered, but I was told less than 2 hours prior to the offers expiring at 8 p.m. on May 25th that neither have been responded to. After 8 p.m., I looked online and I saw that property was listed as under contract as of the 24th, which was the day we made the offer. On Zillow, it appeared that the price that he had been accepted was $425,000, which was what we offered. I contacted Clayton again and I asked him if it was ours, then told him I would contact the listing agent if I didn't hear back. And I also asked what the status was on the other property and said I would email that broker if he didn't respond. And I got nothing but silence from Clayton. So I contacted both of them. John told me that Clayton never sent him the offer, and Nolan said that the sellers had taken a traditional offer, but that, to my surprise, Clayton had been on top of it and knew that we would be in the first position if that offer didn't work out. These were both contrary to what I had been told, as the last thing he said was that our offers had been ignored. On Friday morning, I texted Clayton to ask what was going on, but I got no response. I asked him to be connected with his broker, who I presume to be Austin, but again, got no response. Bitch, how long is this complaint? Okay. Since Clayton hadn't emailed, do I have to read this whole complaint? I want to get into her words. We know what she claimed with the complaint. I feel like I don't have to read the whole next page. Are we in a simulation because meeting you feels statistically impossible? Girl. I bet you'd still stay on my broker. Just saying. Just saying. I wouldn't have to worry about my offers being followed through on. Okay. Hi, Jen. It is embarrassing, but I want to get to Laura's unhingedness, and we know about all this. So she just goes on to bitch. I had not watched Clayton on The Bachelor last year, but he told me he had been gaslit on the show and was traumatized by it. I believed him, but after the way he treated me on Thursday, I pulled up several clips from the show where 3 women broke down because he misled them and wasn't transparent, which is exactly how he behaved with me. He flipped a switch and was cold as ice. He was cold as ice. I was stunned that there were several articles about him where therapists and behavioral experts talked about how his treatment of women on the show was a perfect example of gaslighting. I only mention this behavior because, I believe it is indicative of how he treats other people. And since so much of real estate is relationships, you should know that he can build them up fast and tear them down even faster. In my opinion, he has been cruel, vindictive, manipulative, which will make your business suffer. So it pains me to say that, I'm sure he will act in his own self-interest in his dealings with others. I've been struggling to hit send on this email. Girl. What you mean you've been struggling to hit send? You CC'd 12 people on this email. Did you struggle to attach their emails also? You a whole ass liar. You a whole ass liar. I've been struggling to hit send. And I really want to believe that Clayton is the agent that I saw at the beginning of the process and who I'm sure you've seen. I cannot say enough how brilliant and naturally gifted I think he is. And I know he would be an amazing asset to the company if he didn't have another side to him. You've probably never seen it, and maybe this will fall on deaf ears, but as a business owner myself, one that I just testified in the bankruptcy hearing that I have no businesses, but I'm the face of the business. So as a business face myself, someone who's knowledgeable, I would want to know if I had an employee who is, bitch, I'm sorry. You've never been an employee, let alone an employer. What are you talking about? You have never had a W-2. You have never had a 1040. You turn around and you're like, what? Wait, business owner and business manager aren't synonymous? Those are your words, Miss Ma'am. I would want to know if I had an employee who was losing me millions of dollars out of deals out of spite. I don't know if he's either a tremendous asset or a huge liability. And maybe it depends on the day. No, it depends. No, I'm not going to say it. I was so excited to have him representing me, but I have been so disheartened with what has transpired. I'd still be open to working with Clayton if he could be the agent he was when I first met him, because I truly trusted his opinion. Wow, sorry, but that is identical to what we hear her say to the guys. I am willing to get this abortion if you just be the man that you promised you would be and date me. I will drop this lawsuit if you just be the man that you promised you would be in the beginning and be with me. Yet she's applying that same tactic when it comes to his job. However, it seems like he has stopped all communication, and I will not receive any further updates from him regarding the property that I made an offer on. I don't know what he is telling the agent who he is in communication with, but I am out of the loop. I plan to file a complaint with the ADRE and or the AAR, as I know this has conduct that's been undoubtedly unacceptable, but read that I should try to resolve this with his designated broker first. I've been nervous and on edge this week because I put my trust in my realtor and he ended up working against me. I really appreciate your taking the time to read this email. If you have further questions, you're welcome to email me at imabitchho.com or call me at 1-800-BABY-BUMP. Are you a keyboard? Because you're just my type. That's cheesy. She plays dumb with the bankruptcy trustee and Jennifer from the DOJ, but her texts to Clayton tell a very different story. I love how she thinks she knows these men so well after a couple of days, then insists they be who she thought they are. Yes. This really comes across like she had one night stand and he won't call her back. And she literally says that in so many words. Okay. So, dispute with realtor Clayton. Kathy to Laura. Good morning, Laura. Thank you for your email. What would be an acceptable resolution for you? Because in those 2 long-ass pages with a bunch of information I did not need to know, you failed to include what you would like to be done. Okay? So, well, thanks for your response, Kathy. There are several questions that I would like the answers to. Why did he have me fill out paperwork to make an offer and just never submit it? He didn't even reply. It seemed deliberate, and I don't know why. Once the realtor told me that Clayton hadn't submitted it, why didn't he immediately do it? Once I sent it over myself, the realtor also said that Clayton's number was listed on it, and it wasn't in service. God, I'm sorry. What does she think Kathy can do? What kind of questions are these? What are you expecting of Kathy? She's not a mind reader. She doesn't know why or why not Clayton had or hadn't done something. Why didn't he just transfer me over to a broker who would represent my best interest? When I asked him several times to do that, instead of telling the seller's agent that he could just take over the contract. Bitch, didn't you include in the first 2 paragraphs that he said you could get a new agent and resubmit it? And you said no. Yeah, you did. Why did he tell me that neither of the realtors had gotten back to him about the offers when the realtor on Oaks said that Clayton knew what was going on? Huh? It's my understanding that he just broke about every ethical code in the way he conducted himself. He knew he was supposed to make offers that were only good for 24 hours. I had proof of funds and guaranteed him I would not back out of the deals. Could he really not have at least represented me for less than those 24 hours until we knew what was going on? What's the status? Am I still the first backup offer? I feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I want to be represented by a realtor who knows investment properties and has a good eye for things. As I have tried to find another realtor over the past few days, I have not found one who I believe understood what I had been looking for like Clayton did. He gave me a tremendous amount of confidence in what I was doing, and he was trying to sell me a property just for the sake of selling it. Oh, I see what she's doing. Are you going to try to demand that she forces Clayton to represent you and move forward with this? If I were to summarize what I really want from Clayton, it's an answer about why he lied to me about the properties. I know he's a new realtor, so if he were to say those were mistakes, but he wanted to make it right and continue to work on my behalf, I would understand. That would be an acceptable solution. There it is, guys. If he would just say, all right, I fucked up and you will continue to work with me, I'll accept that. Why would anyone in their right mind, if they had 2 full long ass pages of complaints, would want that same person to then continue to work on the listings? Does that make any sense? That's a great question, Jen, because she's a liar and she wanted Clayton. He dropped me as a client after he supposedly made the offers. He would need to provide a really good reason for why the offer on Oaks wasn't submitted after he had me sign it. If he says it was our personal issues that made him drop out after supposedly making the offers just hours before, that's a completely unacceptable answer. I was owed fiduciary duties by Clayton as my realtor that were not fulfilled, to say the least. If he has a propensity to act in his own self-interest and not in that of his client, I believe that under no circumstances should he remain a licensed realtor and have the opportunity to do this to someone else. I'm sorry. So you are literally saying, Tiny. What you're literally saying is he could either go back and work for me, which we know what that entails, okay? Which is honestly not funny at all. Or his license needs to be removed. There is no middle ground. It's one or the other. You either tell him you either go work for Laura or you're fired either way. And we're stripping you of your license. Like, that's what you're trying to propose. Maybe don't try to blow your realtor and then try to force him to be with you. Good point. Touche. Unless he wants to make things right, I will be filing a complaint with the ADRE and or the AAR. I cannot reiterate enough that if his excuse for dropping out hours after making an offer is because of personal reasons, it will not prevent me from filing a complaint. There are so many properties that I thought I could buy with Clayton's help, and without his guidance, I feel paralyzed. I have lenders who want to give me money for the down payment on several seller-financed properties, and I think Clayton is foolish to miss out on those commissions and change his behavior. Thank you for taking the time to read this. All the best, Laura Owens. So Kathy responds. I wish I was your derivative so I could lie tangent to your curves. This is escalating quickly, guys.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
I have like so many people throwing money at me. So Kathy responds, I would be happy to refer you to another XP agent to represent you moving forward, either on the Zabak team or just within the brokerage. We have many agents who are well-versed in the investment market, but based on what has transpired, it does not make sense to continue working with Clayton. Please let me know if you would like a referral to another agent. She even had to tell you. Hi, Boots. Hi, Lisa Lamons. She had to tell you. What sense would it make based on everything you just shared that we would assign Clayton to you? Like, get and a new realtor, right? Someone without it. How about go with a more experienced realtor that's not Clayton? I appreciate that, and I would love a referral. Does Clayton have answers to the questions I asked? No. Now you want Kathy to be a middle person. Kathy offered, like, what can I do for you? You're like, let me list all the questions I have for Clayton. Then she gives you a referral, and then you turn around and you're like, all right, but like, are you gonna be the middle person for me and Clayton? Like, where's the questions that I sent over? I need the answers. I'm going to refer you to Matthew Chick, and I will have him reach out to you. He and his team are well versed in all things investment, and I think you'll be very pleased with the information and service they can provide. From what I understand, those issues have been discussed directly with Clayton already, and I do not have additional information. Hi, John. My name's Laura Owens, and I apologize for the late email, but I wanted to check in regarding the status of my offer. I've been trying to get an answer from Clayton about the offer and whether it expired or it was accepted, but I haven't heard back. If it was, I have every plan to move forward and take the next steps. Blah, blah, blah. All the best. I didn't receive an offer from you or Clayton. Hi, John. CCing Clayton on here as well. Here was the offer that I signed and was submitted on Wednesday afternoon. I apologize. Forgot to attach it. Hi, John. Just want to make sure you got my offer, as I still haven't been able to reach Clayton. Attaching it here. Thanks. Not sure why your agent did not submit this offer. The offer would be good for backup position. May have some issues with the current contract. So let's, hold on, wait. Let me be smart about this. Hold on, let me make sure. Oh, here's the proof. Here's the proof of funds that she's been denying. Okay, hold on. Account balance summary. $448,618.25. Huh. Interesting. Okay. What's this? Okay, same thing. Contract. This is the contract, guys. I don't want to show any like information though, so hold on. Statement balances, even though she's never earned $1 legally. Contract. Okay. So what's this? Okay, to Clayton. Message I sent to Clayton and the realtor, where I found out Clayton was in communication with the realtor, but not with me about the property. To this day, we have not spoken about it. So it's just the same exact thing. Them saying that the seller decided to take a traditional offer. Correspondence with N. Lynn Oaks realtor, who told me that Clayton referred me as a client to him, the seller's agent, without my knowledge after not submitting the offer. So she's trying to give this lady Clayton's accurate number. See, I spoke with Clayton and he said that I should take over the contract if you're still interested. What other contract? Before your offer, another offer was accepted. I told your agent that was happening. The buyer will not have his down payment funds in time to close. All right. Yeah, that's just a recap of everything we just kept reading. All right. To Austin. Oh God, her emails are so long, man. So, hi, Austin. My name is Laura, and up until today, I was working with one of your agents, Clayton. Despite the fact that he is a new realtor, I cannot begin to tell you how impressed I was at his knowledge. Okay, we just read this. Last weekend, Clayton invited me over to his apartment when he was, to use his words, in a vulnerable position of being insanely high, and we were physically intimate. This did not appear to impact our working relationship, as it wasn't until after that he even showed me any properties. With his guidance, I decided to make offers on 2 properties. This is literally the exact same thing. She said the other one. Yep. Even down to the I'm struggling to hit send. It's the same thing. Okay. So, to Laura. Dear Miss Owens, the Department of Real Estate received your complaint concerning the above licensee. This case was assigned. Please refer to that number. They have opened a complaint file and will conduct an investigation into your allegations. If it appears there is a reasonable belief that the statutes over which department has jurisdictions have been violated, we will initiate corrective action. Okay. The department has no authority to order restitution or other payments. All right. So here is the response. Finally. Thanks, Jack. Sorry, I was on a whole different page. Happy Monday, MJ. Question. When you attend Disney, do you prefer to snack on churros or popcorn or something else? You act like I go to Disney every other weekend to where like I don't do either. But I probably would more times go for the popcorn over the churro. But like if I'm feeling frisky, if I'm feeling kinky, I will definitely get a churro. I've only had a churro like twice in my life. But I hear Disney's churros are overrated. If it's hard, I know that sounds weird. If it's hard, I don't want it. Like, I like the soft, chewy kind. So, the more you know. Tiny. May 27th is when she was hooking up with Nicholas. Oh, very interesting. So, Laura initially reached out to me on LinkedIn March of this year and stated she wanted to buy investment properties. Knowing I was a real estate agent, she asked if I'd be willing to help her out, which I said that I'd be happy to. March 10th, Laura and I engaged in a series of text messages that eventually led to her coming over to my house and us hooking up. We did not have sexual intercourse, which is important to note for a later point that I will bring up. However, she did perform oral sex on me. The next day, Laura and I went to look at properties. At the end of viewing a home, I asked Laura to sit with me in my car and talk about the night before. I told her that I had made a mistake by inviting her over to my house, and I felt it was unprofessional, and I didn't want things to be weird between us. She told me that things would not be weird, but then asked me if I was willing to give her a chance and date her since she really enjoyed the night. I told her that I was not interested in doing so and that I wanted to proceed forward as friends. She began to cry and said it was upsetting that I wasn't willing to give her a chance, but eventually said she understood and that we could proceed forward with working together. Over the course of a few days, we looked at multiple properties, and eventually Laura settled on 2 properties that piqued her interest. We ended up writing up offers for both properties. However, Laura would not keep things professional between us. She kept asking to go on a date and for me to give her a chance with dating, to which I said that I had no interest. This led to her becoming upset again and stating that she didn't feel like she would be able to work with me if I wasn't willing to give her a chance. I told her that I respected her feelings and that if that was the case, we should not work together. But once again, she said that she did not want to work with anyone else. I began to question if Laura actually wanted to buy real estate or if she was really just trying to spend more time around me. No matter how many times I asked to keep things professional, she would not do so and continued to say that it would be hard to work together if I weren't willing to give her a chance and date her. Eventually, my gut told me that I needed to back out of representing her and refer her to someone else. So I told her I was no longer going to be representing her. She panicked and asked, "What about the current deals that we sent over?" To which I replied by telling her to find another agent and tell him or her the terms of the deal that she wanted to make. She said that she wouldn't do that because she only wanted to work with me. But I once again confirmed that I would no longer be representing her. I sent her a list of names via Google of other agents, and I told her to reach out to them and also mentioned that I could put her into contact with someone from my real estate team. She then sent an email to my broker, Kathy, and said that I had violated my responsibilities as an agent and that she would either want me to be punished for my behavior or I can continue to work with her. And she wouldn't ask for punishment to be divvied out to me. I told Kathy that I was not willing to work with her. So Kathy relayed to Laura that I would not be interacting with her any further. Kathy also said that she would be happy to put her in contact with another agent to close on the 2 deals that she had written offers for. Laura declined and then sent me a message stating she was pregnant. As I stated before, Laura and I never had sexual intercourse, so her claim is ridiculous in nature. For the last year and a half, Laura has harassed me via email and text messaging me about being the father to her own unborn children. I told Laura that I would take a prenatal paternity test. However, she placed a stipulation on it that she would only take the test if I were to date her with intention for a couple of weeks. She would not take the test under any circumstance. I declined, and this is where we stand today. Laura continues to harass me with messages, and now this filing of a complaint. She will not provide me with visitation documents of the ultrasounds that she claimed she had done, nor will she let me speak to any of the medical providers that they have seen and administered the ultrasounds with. The only proof she has ever given me is a positive pregnancy test, but there's no telling if she got pregnant by somebody else or if she's even pregnant to begin with. As I have said, she will not allow me to speak to any of the doctors that have seen her. Why am I telling you all this? Simply because Laura has an obsession with me, and the emails and text prove that. I spent time on reality TV as the former lead of season 26 of ABC's The Bachelor, and unfortunately, I'm subjected to obsessive individuals and false claims constantly. It is just the nature of being a celebrity, which I don't consider myself, but I am by some people's standards. Laura is doing whatever she can to keep communication between her and me going. Since I have blocked her on all social media, email, and text, and no longer am reading or responding to her messages, she has now resorted to reaching out to you all as she knows the pregnancy stint has run its course and she now needs to focus on a new tactic. I am sure that Laura mentioned to you all that I have violated my duties and cost her millions of dollars in real estate transactions. However, she never had any real intention of actually following through with those deals, and attached below is proof of this. Our offer was accepted by the seller and the seller's agent. I told John that I was no longer representing Laura and also informed him that she said she would not allow any other agents to represent her. He said that he would be willing to represent her and stated he would give her a phone call. Upon us ending the phone call, I then texted him to confirm transfer of responsibility of representation. He texted me the next day stating that she bailed on the deal. This confirmed what I had known all along, which was that Laura never had any intention of buying real estate. The ball was in her court to move forward with the deal, as she was first in position to go under contract on the home, and yet she backed out. She just used that initial introductory line on LinkedIn to get closer to me. You are welcome to look through all of the documentation I have sent over in the Google Drive link. It's a lot, but I have captured all of it as I plan on suing her for defamation of character and emotional damage. I have been documenting everything she continues to send to build up more of a case for when I decide to take action. For your all's purpose, I tried to keep it concise and just have you reference the image below and document that I bolded above, Laura Owens transcript, as those pertain directly to the real estate transactions. Everything else deals with her claiming she's pregnant, and I doubt it's important for your investigation. I will, however, showcase her mental state, and I think that's important to note because I picked up on it early, and it's why I told her I could not represent her further. I have not provided everything I have to show you why it was not in anyone's best interest that I represent her, nor continue to communicate with her. She currently is threatening to go public to defame me, as you can see by the LO email 96 folder within the Drive link. I receive 5 emails a day on average from her, even though I never respond. As I said before, this has gone on for over a year, half a year now. If you decide to read all of the messages, make sure you read them in chronological order and read all of it, as full context is needed in order to make any judgment. The reason I say this is because in Laura's most recent messages, she is blatantly lying about me not being willing to take a prenatal paternity test. I said I would take one at any point, but that I would not do it if it's her stipulation of us having to date exclusively for a week or two. She never agreed to my request and continued to say her stipulation was the only way that she would schedule the test. But once I went back to not responding to her messages, she started saying she would do it with no stipulations. I then responded, okay, let's schedule it. To which she went right back to adding in her stipulation. I highlight this so that you can see how she was gaslighting me and those that she reaches out to. To reiterate, I do not believe I am the father, but I have been trying to take the prenatal paternity test as to that will effectively end all of this. She knows this too, which is why she ultimately has been objecting to taking one. The Google Drive file was too large to submit to you via your website, so here's a Google Drive link of the folder you can access. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to me. I am happy to come in and speak in person or whatever. Whatever you all need from me, I would just like to move forward from all this as it has been very mentally taxing the last half a year. This is so messed up. Hey, Kels, and thanks, Kels. Thank you so much. Yeah. You got your bell on now? She definitely knew. Oh, she for sure. It seems like she straight up targeted him. Chat, do any of you think that the defendant made the date me for 2 weeks to save face with mommy dearest? Other ideas? She made that demand to all. Did she know he was the Bachelor beforehand? I think she's denied knowing he was the Bachelor, but she for sure knew he was the Bachelor. And it's interesting because she tried out for like the Bachelorette. Coinkydink? I don't think so. Hold on. My mouth needs a rest. And not for like a bad reason, like from reading so much. That's a good question, Jen. Okay. Hey, John, and this is Clayton. Hey, John, I am sending you this text to transfer responsibility and representation of the contract with my former client, Laura Owens, on these properties. And a referral fee will suffice for bringing the deal to you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll keep you posted. Thanks. Just like you said, she bailed. Thanks for trying. I apologize for bringing her your way. Have a great weekend. No harm, no foul. And whoop, there it is. Here we go. Oh, man. Text transcript between Laura and Clayton. Laura are in bold. First interaction on LinkedIn, May 17th, 7:20 a.m. Hi. I'm looking to connect with similar-minded young entrepreneurs in Scottsdale. I see that you work for the Zobot Group, and I actually contacted them recently. They were going to connect me with someone who could help me find investment properties, but haven't yet. Let me know if you can help. Clayton responds, Hey, Laura, I'm all for building connections with good people in Scottsdale, especially since I'm relatively new here. I'm starting to lean into the investment side of things as of lately, so I'd be happy to further talk with you and see how I can help. Shoot me a text. If it works for you, I'd love to meet in person to talk more. And that was the moment, folks. He knew he fucked up. Conversations begin May 17th, that same day, 30 minutes later. Hi, Clayton. It's Laura from LinkedIn. Super eager to get started investing. Is that what we call it? And already connected with a hard money lender who will fund 85% LTV once I find the right properties. I'm especially interested in 85254 if you know of anything. Hey, Laura, if you can, please send back over to me the following information. This will help me get a much better idea of what it is you're after. Okay, so with the investment property, are you looking for an Airbnb, long-term rental, a fix-it flipper, or just anything that will get you a particular return? And as for the property for yourself, what are the specifications you're looking for in those complexes? She says, anything that will get me a return. Initially, I just wanted to do Airbnbs for cash flow, but I'm liking the idea of really anything that makes me good money. And as for the property for myself, staying under 750,000 as well, and the cheaper the better, since I'd rather spend money on more investments than getting myself a giant place. Optima just seems amazing. I have a friend who lives there and I fell in love with it when I went to visit her. I didn't know there was an Optima Sonoran Village, but I'd be interested in any of the Optimas. I really care more about the amenities they offer than the location. Ha ha! Hey, so I figured I'd just send you an audio message since it'll be easier. So for the Airbnb, blah, 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 he is professional. She says it would be amazing to stay under 750,000 for 2 spots. But I was thinking like I would have to spend that on an investment for an SFR. I saw some Optima spots in the 500, 600,000 range that I am interested in seeing. She sure has a high budget for a broke ass bitch. Just saying. Just saying. Also, saw 1 or 2 that did seller financing, which could be interesting. I'm super interested in Pace Morby and creative finance, and I would love to check out any possible sub to deals too. I agree with you about the turnkey Airbnb spots. Definitely seem overpriced from what I've seen. If I could find something cheap and put some money into it, that it could be a revenue producing rental or a good clip. That works too. Sorry for the super vague criteria for the investment properties. I'm not really looking for shit other than your fucking baby. I just figure if I'm not using the property, I don't care what kind it is, as long as it generates money. So again, his whole messages is just like regular real estate questions so far. She's like, it's hard to pick which is the biggest priority since I want and have been searching for both. I have to think about that, I guess. Well, I won't make you pick now then. What we could do is check out one of the units you mentioned at the Optima that you're looking at. I'll then grab lunch before or after and talk further. It would be good just for us to meet in general. And this is where it shifted. Everyone, tell him no.
No.
Yes.
No, sir. I mean, John, no.
Don't fucking do it, Clayton. Don't do it. Well, you had me at Optima. Agreed. Perfect. Do you have a specific unit you're wanting to look at or multiple? If not, I can send over every unit available under 750,000 right now, and you can choose which ones you want to see. None in particular, just whatever seems like a good deal. There had been one at Camel View that was 499,000 a few days ago that I needed drywall and flooring that I thought could be interesting to fix up, but I can't find it. It actually looks like there are several at the Optima under 650, so maybe those. And I also saw one at 709 at Kierland, and that I would like to see if that works. Okay, I'll look into it. What's a good email to send over the results to? Also, you're cool with the HOAs of the Optima? They're fairly high, 700 plus a month. Yep, but it seems like you get a lot of good with that. If you could send them to me, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, I think so, but I like to mention it because it deters some individuals. Sending over properties now. Let me know if any pique your interest. Okay, perfect. Checking now. The 3 and the 700s at Kierland look fairly similar. Would love to check out 309 and 416 if possible. I'd also love to see the Rancho Vista. Okay, and would you prefer to see them all in one day? Also, do you have a day that works best for you? Doesn't matter to me because I don't fucking work. I would like to see them in one day or two. I just want to see a couple of units in each to compare. I'm out of town tomorrow through Saturday, but I'm around Sunday and next week too. Later in the day works best for me, but I'm flexible. What's your schedule like? How about Tuesday? My schedule's open, blah, blah, blah. Tuesday works for me. I found the one I mentioned that had the drywall issue. It's 3003, which was $545 on the link you sent, but it says $499 here. Did they decide to raise the price? How dare they? Trust the link I sent. All the listings I send you are coming from a database because, I'm just cool like that. That is most accurate. Third-party websites such as Redfin get all their data from MLS, but more likely to have errors. If you can, just give me a start time on Tuesday for showings, and then I'll set the schedule and send it over. Also, I know you mentioned getting a hard money loan for an investment property, but would you go conventional for a primary residence? And have you obtained a pre-qualification letter? I just wish the price hadn't gone up, but maybe they did the renovations listed. Is fall too late to start? If it is, I could try to move something around to do maybe 3. I wish we could do lunch before, but I'll be working at the job I don't have. What about a drink after? Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. I'm sorry. It's hard not to, Lace Lamons. It's hard not to because she's making it seem like she's a very busy woman. Woman. I don't know why I struggle so much with the singular form of woman. Like man, men, easy. Women, plural, easy. Woman, why does that sound so aggressive and harsh? Why can't I say a singular form of woman? Like, what? How am I saying it wrong? Is that not it? Man, men, woman, woman, woman. I think I can't make it flow to where it just sounds natural. I don't know why I'm getting so far off on this, but it's bothering me. It's bothering me, and I practiced over the weekend, and I can't crack it. So everyone's plural. If you're a girl, you're plural to me. So I want to grab a drink after. I wouldn't necessarily go conventional, but I'm talking to my lender lately, and I will discuss getting a pre-qual letter if I do. I know the units, blah, 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 bunch of realty shit. He says a bunch of realty shit, but no, then he says, we can try and grab a drink afterwards. I don't have anything Tuesday evening. Actually, now that I say that, I may have something I have to hop on. I'll look into it. I am self-employed as well, so I was going through the same process, similar boat. I'll get back to you on the schedule of the showings. So I can't play the voice message for some reason. So you mind texting what you said? Sorry. I was just talking about how I'm in a very similar position with you. Okay, I'll start the scheduling at 4 in Kierland. Thanks. You're welcome. Just got the message to play. Yes, definitely sounds like we're in the same boat with our investment journey. Ha ha. Sorry. I just hate her so much. She's so manipulative. All showings are confirmed for Tuesday. Thanks so much. Is it possible to see these units also? I could jump on that immediately. It looks like a no-brainer. Could you please ask them what they would want down? So then he shows the information. How funny. I had an agent on my team text me just an hour ago. She knows I want an investment property, so she sent it over. But I'm not interested in it, so don't worry. I wouldn't be competing against you. Ha 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 ha. You found it first, so you're not interested? I can totally pass on it and look for another. No, we can go see it for you. I'm wanting an investment property in the Old Town area. Can you talk on the phone? I just want to touch base on that property. Don't do it, Clayton. Run. Don't do it. Oh, I wish I could scream like just stop. Go back. Hey, Allie. Oh, for sure. Yeah, she has that shit. She probably has her audios as like the voicemail, like the ringer, you know, with her morning affirmations in the mirror. Dude, I know it's sad, Samantha, and I know it's pathetic. Trust me, I feel pathetic when I'm whispering under my breath, women, women, women. See, I'm starting to get confused now. Women, woman. I don't know. I can't do the singular. Women, women, woman. I have to try too hard. I have to try too hard and it comes out really aggressive in 2 syllables. Okay. So she's like, I can in about an hour or so if that works. Just got to San Juan Capistrano for a horse show, but I'll be done in a bit. Okay, no worries. So then he talks about the property. She was like, I would love to. I'm back Saturday. Oh, I'm sorry. He said, he wanted to take her to see the property sooner rather than later. But she says, I'm back Saturday. Maybe we could see it later in the day Sunday. I have plans in the AM. I also want a spot in Old Town with you. I thought, Sam, I was not getting in my head so much because I was like, nobody's noticing until like people noticed. Like, and they're like, it's women. Wait, no, which one was that? Just tell me if I ever say it right, okay? Because then I have to like remember how to say it. Man, men, women. It doesn't sound right. Do you think I should figure out how to put something together before then if that's hot? I don't really care what it looks like if it's cash flow. Oh, great. So you're going to be renting it out, doing Airbnbs to people, and you don't give a shit. You don't give a shit what it looks like, right? As long as it brings you in money. Great ethics. Great business ethics. Milk? Really? It's an MN thing. Milk. I don't know how different women. Oh, God. God. Wait. Women. No need. Don't advise me to do that again. That did not work. That did not work at all. I'm sorry. Thank you for the help, but that did not help. Did not help at all. Women. Women. No. Just say it how. It's not how I want. It's just how I can. It's not a choice, unfortunately. I remember that, harlot. And am I crazy? Listen, I feel like I am a Mandela effect because am I crazy? People used to have to teach me how to say women, swimmin' women. So clearly I used to be able to say woman correctly. But I think now maybe I practice it so much. Now it flipped. Now I can't say the singular version. Okay. When men. No, I'm sorry. I love you guys. Thank you for the suggestions. But it's a me problem. It's all gonna just come out horrible. Whoa, man. Whoa. Woo, man. Yep. Just every time I'll say it, I'll just be like, oh, you're such a beautiful woo, man. I'm just gonna use lady instead. Okay. So she's like, I'm not working with another agent. Clayton says, what terms would you like to see? I can call the agent and see if they'd be willing to do it. As in, what percentage down do you want to pay and how long would you want the loan to be? The smallest amount down possible because I'm broke, and the longest loan they will do because I'm broke. Do you think it's turnkey or will it need work before I can rent it out? Who's going to do it? You going to do it? You going to do the work, Laura? Let me ask. Thank you. And you would be offering at listing price? Talk to the agent. He highly doubt that the seller would take that. If you were to foreclose, then he would lose the home to your lender, which is a lot of risk. I don't think he'll even bring that offer to the seller. Sounds like a no-go from what I'm gathering. Ah, shoot. I have that all ready to go. I'll see if I can convince the lender to take second. I think I will be able to get it done. Just wish I was able to see it before. Well, I could walk through the property tomorrow and FaceTime call you as I walk through it, but I would see if your lender will take second because truthfully, I don't see the seller taking second no matter what else we offer. Well, we can do that. Or I could possibly see it later on Saturday when I get back. I just don't want to lose the deal. No open houses for the weekend on it. Plus, with an occupant in the home, that limits showings. All that plays in your favor for reducing the possibility of another offer. I'm just going to skip past all the real estate stuff. It's literally just all real estate stuff. Real estate. Okay. Can you hop on the phone today? I want to confirm the game plan and make sure we're all on the same page so I can present a good, clean, creative offer to the seller's agent. For sure. I'm competing at the horse show for the next couple of hours, but I can later this afternoon if that works. I'm going to forward you what Corey said too. I asked if you could call her and haven't heard back, but I'm sure you can. I will be coming from my work email. What? So again, what work email? Thank you. Well, yeah, it's not. They're just so long. We'll be here forever, and I don't want to take it. I don't want this to take me 4 lives to get there. I'd like to get there in just 2 lives. And so there's a lot we could skip past because we really don't need to know what the bullshit offers were. We already know. Okay. So I think we may be able to. I'm sorry. I think we may be able to as well with the right wording. And maybe we just need to take him down to Casa Amigos and drink enough to get him to like us, but not so much that we puke on him. Blah. In all honesty, though, I had a great time talking to you, and I would actually love to get a drink and have your baby with you next week if you want to. We need him to puke so that we have blackmail over him. Yeah, we can do that. I won't be able to Tuesday after showings because it's my brother's birthday. So I'm taking him out to dinner that night, but we could find another day in the week. Both of us need to. Just give us 4 drinks and we're good. Oh my God. Let's move the showings. Spend time with your brother. We can do another day. Well, as long as we help limit one another, we'll be good. It's all good, though. I wasn't going to spend the whole day with him. We'll have plenty of time to get dinner after the showings. Plus, we got all 4 showings to approve around the same time, so we should definitely take advantage of that. You would need to limit me to 3. You would need to limit your abortions and pregnancies, Miss Ma'am. You're one to be talking. Okay, well, look. I also found another potential investment and seller finance deal that I like, and it would be awesome to do multiple. I want a portfolio. Also, I know you were the Bachelor, but I don't watch the show. Sorry. And truly know nothing about you. So I genuinely like to organically get to know you since we seem to have a ton in common. I'm drafting up a contract right now. I've gone on 1 date in 1 year, and I have never been bold enough to ask a guy out, but I would love to go out on a date with you. So let me know when works. Next week is wide open for me. I wish we could warn the poor guy. I really do. Clayton says, I can't promise anything. Love that you're wanting to go full steam ahead. Have to move quickly in this market and in the real estate game in general these days. I'm all for getting a drink. I will say I'm happy with being single and I'm not technically looking to settle down, but I'll never pass up a good conversation. I suppose you never know what can happen with one convo. Pause. He told her from the jump. He's not looking to date, let alone date with intentions. He's looking to make real estate. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Without the puke. Yup. I have a list going of spots I want to check out. Found an SFR that I think is interesting in 85254, and I would like to know what the terms are on it. And I really apologize for being so forward. I'm just super embarrassed and like obviously didn't want to make you uncomfortable because I'm going to spend the next 5 years doing that. But I don't want you to feel obligated. So don't feel like you have to do it. So she asked him out. Let's also be clear. She asked him out. Yep. I have a list of spots I want to. Oh, I'm sorry. And I really apologize for being so forward. I'm super embarrassed and obviously didn't want to make you uncomfortable. I don't want you to feel obligated, so don't feel like you have to do it. Nah, don't be embarrassed at all. It didn't bother me one bit. I respect you being forward. I like people like that. I just want to let you know where I'm at because I don't want to waste anyone's time. And like, listen, I don't mean to focus on this, but majority of people really have a hard time communicating. And so I really respect that Clayton communicated that because he could have easily been like, yeah, let's go out and not been like, hey, I'm not looking to settle down. I'm not looking to even really date, but I'll go out. I'll have a nice night out with you, have some fun, have some drinks. I respect anyone who's just honest. Let's check them out when you're able to. I'm happy to help however I can. I've had my eye on blah, 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 blah with the real estate. I'm not looking to jump into anything seriously quickly either. Just pregnant by tomorrow. Either way, and I always want to let things develop organically, aka 4 amended versions of a dating contract, but I digress. I was just saying that like I would be open to grabbing a drink and seeing if there's anything there beyond business since we seem to have a lot in common, aka nothing in common. With that being said, if you're up for getting a drink this week, great. If not, I'm going to feel embarrassed, but I wouldn't be offended if you wanted another agent at your firm to help me with the deals, but beyond the one we are working on. I'm sorry, did you just also offer the exact thing you would future complain about? That he couldn't possibly give you another agent? Okay, I see. I see you. Woo, man. Okay. I'll take a look into it today when I'm at my open house. I'm totally up for grabbing a drink. Seriously. I'm not bothered at all. I would really appreciate it if you would ask about seller finance terms and feel out where the owners are at with price since they just dropped it. Is it in a good area for rentals? Also, did you find out when the owner or agent wants to talk to us tomorrow about the seller finance stuff? Everyone's favorite response when they ask someone out is, I'm not bothered at all, but good. I look forward to it. Let me get to... Okay. Sorry I missed your call. I'm on a horse and I can't hold... and I can't hold my phone to my ear or use earbuds while I'm riding at the show or I get eliminated. Haha. Can you text? But you can text. You can't hold your phone to your ear. You can't talk, but you can text up there. Okay. That's not a problem. It's all good. I can send you this in a voice message. More about real estate. I just got done and I listened. My 2 established LLCs. What? I'm sorry. You're what?
You sit on a throne of lies.
You don't have any LLCs, Miss Ma'am. Again, you're just the fucking face of the business, right? But they're co-owned by me and my mom. You already know what I'm going to say. So I doubt she wouldn't want him added to those, but I could have that conversation with her if needed. But I think there's an easier way. I just started a real estate LLC a couple of weeks ago, so I wouldn't have to commingle my real property with the assets we have together. My thought was I would put the house into that LLC and I could add him on that. So if I defaulted, which 100 million% would never happen, he would have gotten the benefit of all of my payments and would own the house again. And the private lender would have no issue with that, correct? I imagine they wouldn't, but just asking because I haven't done what you're suggesting yet. So I'm curious. Would you be okay with me taking a screenshot of that message and sending to the listing agent? Or do you want to think it through more before tossing it out there? Of course, send it over. I'm completely bullshitting anyway. I actually learned about doing that from a private money lender YouTube video. I can actually explain it more tomorrow if the lender if that would help. If I were him, I would prefer that since it would provide more assurance than adding him to my other LLCs where for all he knows the balance is $300,000 one day and I empty it all out the next day, or it's at zero because majority of her LLCs never, right? They were just names, registered names that did nothing. At least if he was on the LLC I bought the house in, he would have long-term reassurance. I would want him off of it as soon as I was done with the 17 to 20% private money, blah, 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 blah. Would it be helpful if I get a contract and agreement together to show the agent tomorrow? Little did he know the context of that contract and agreement were not going to be about real estate. Can you see the property at noon tomorrow? Blah, 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 blah. All right, this is all real estate. Here's the offer. What do you need me to write up? Also, okay. What do you need for me to write up? FYI, I think there's a good chance I have someone for a second position on the condo and the house you checked in on that I would need to put 10% down on. I'll know by tonight. Also, non-real estate drink Wednesday or Thursday? Just what exact terms you're offering? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, with second position, this could really open us up to deals. Let's do Thursday. Run, Clayton. What do you think will be the max he would allow for the duration of a seller to carry? I don't want to offend him by asking too much. Yes, money. And yes, wink. Great and great. Now I just need to pull myself out of bed. I am wiped from today and I laid down to take a nap. So I'm so comfy right now. Being in bed sounds so nice right now. I'd find it hard to get up too. I just got home and I can't wait to get out of these dirty, filthy riding clothes and into comfy clothes. What did you do today? You could see the transition. You see what I'm saying? Like you could see like, ooh, going into that territory. I got out of bed quickly, thankfully. May have another showing tomorrow. It's all picking up quickly. I worked out this morning, sat in an open house for a few hours. I did a photo shoot for a mental health event, and I went out to lunch with my cousins. I may go get a standing mirror and some patio furniture now. I don't know why I can't talk today. What's on your agenda for the rest of the day? I'm going to make it happen. Watch me. That's amazing. Congrats. I may be keeping you busy with how many I want to buy. You need to get your first investment. Was thinking more about your construction and new build strategy, and I love it. Sounds like a challenge with a big payout. Sounds like a very busy day. Do your cousins live here too? It's awesome that you're into mental health. I'm super passionate about that too. Would love to hear more about it so I could weaponize it later and use it against you. So funny. I've been online shopping for a standing mirror the last couple of days also. Not much on the agenda though. Checking on the horses, taking a shower, figuring out how to structure this deal. Super exciting Saturday night. You? He already told, what do you mean you? He already told you what it, God. Remember the fucking mirror, Laura? He already told you what his plans were. He said he's going to IKEA. I'm not reading all that. He's going to IKEA. Good luck at IKEA. Hopefully I end up there soon buying furniture for an STR. I worked out this morning, but thinking I'm going to do a second workout now. You're getting out of bed motivated me not to be lazy. I'm obsessed with working out, and you never have too many glute workouts, in my opinion. Boom, boom, Boom. Why the glute workouts? You had to immediately direct him to your ass, lady. Woman. Woo! I actually really like IKEA. Well, the shopping part, not the assembly. Okay, well, now you're making me feel like I need to do another. Never can do too much glute work. I'm caked up myself. Oh, this is getting uncomfortable. Yes, 100,000%. I hate the assembly part. You should try to assemble a fucking baby bump. Might need some help. Looking good on the second. Fingers and toes crossed. Oh, you're a sick bitch. You got a kink. Toes are crossed. How do you cross your toes? Sorry. I just imagined how silly that would look. Sorry. Can anyone cross their toes? I could cross my big toe. Like, that's it, though. Imagine down to your pinky toe. Like, everyone is crossed. That's what I thought. Okay. You never can trust Laura. I think she would cross a pinky toe, too, for sure. A night in Old Town sounds more fun than doing a booty band workout. I'm sure my butt beats yours. It was given a nickname in high school. Oh, you're setting him up. If you know, please, what do you think this nickname is? I need to hear your guys' thoughts. If you know the answer, do not spoil it for us. Okay? Unless you are Sir Mix-a-Lot himself, do not spoil this for me. What do you think her nickname in high school was? Her butt's nickname, actually. We already know what her fucking pinky's nickname was. What was her butt's nickname? Yeah, that's the only crossing of the toe I get, Harlot, but I'm imagining every toe of hers crossed down to the nub, down to the little pinky. All right, let's see. What was the nickname? I think you're severely underestimating me. I have a strong lower body, not pancake. Buttermilk biscuits. Paige. Seymour Butts. Big liar. People were just calling her an ass. She's confused. Flapjack. It's more fun if you guess. Maybe you'll figure it out when you see me. I'm all for a good man's butt, but I win best peach. Trust me. What did you decide to do for the rest of the night? I'm listening to a creative finance podcast. Living it up. Whoop, whoop. We'll see. Just eating pizza and assembling IKEA furniture. How's the podcast? Guess I'll need to throw in another lower body workout in the morning just to make sure I win. I'm a little, how do you say, competitive, if you can't tell. There it is, Domino's pizza and their brownie cookie combo. Double up. Not to toot my own horn, but didn't hold a candle to my desserts. I bake the best cookies ever. Trust your fucking snickerdoodles. You couldn't pay me to eat your oatmeal raisins. The podcast is ridiculously motivating. Loving it. Also going back and forth with a few lenders. What'd you end up buying? No getting wild in Old Town tonight? Hey, everyone benefits with another lower body workout. What's your best kind of cookie? Any luck on the lenders? I bought 2 outdoor balcony chairs and a standing mirror. Done with assembly, so now I can just eat pizza and enjoy the edible I took. Good luck at IKEA. Hopefully I end up there soon buying furniture for an STR. This is cruel to send at this time of night. All right, I'm going to pause there, but look, she said the booty. She beautiful in her mind. Let me see. All right, it's a good ass. Listen, I give credit where credit's due. I'll give credit where credit's fucking due, whether I like it or not. It's a good ass. She does have a good ass. But like, you know, Is it worth it? Is that ass worthy? I wouldn't think so. You think it's AI? That ain't her ass. Oh, wait, shit. You guys are calling bullshit on her butt? Is that ass I? Is that artificial? Bootelligence? Like, what is that? That's not a real butt. I can't zoom in anymore. Now I'm trying to look for ways you could tell it's AI. Listen, I don't know. I haven't been too familiar with her back end, so I couldn't say. Oh, Harlan! I forgot. I love my car running. It's been almost 2 hours now. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I mean, she was, I don't know. I don't recall ever seeing her back. Booty bump undies, those are a thing, Neat Noodle, and they're great. If, that's different than straight up AI. She is a Photoshop queen, so who knows if it's real. Ah, those aren't even her legs. She's deceiving us. She's deceiving us. All right, I'm going to pause there, and we're going to go through the second half next. But even if you're just watching and you're not a member, thank you so much for hanging out. If you are into the conspiracy stuff, come hang out with us over on Patreon, because we're about to get deep, because I am falling down and it feels good. I love that. Like, I don't know. I just love conspiracy stuff so much. And it's been a while, so I'm happy to be falling down the rabbit hole. But just if you do that, don't judge me too much, okay? Like, don't let me lose credibility in your mind when you hear me talk about reptilians and stuff. That's all I ask. But if you weren't here for the intro, I'm going to also play it on our way out, because we have our little new Laura song that is called Bump Bump Lawsuit. So I will see you guys soon. We will finish the second half. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate all of you guys. Hold on. Let me do this. Share. And here we go.
Laura walks in, courtroom lights, brand new claim for the judge tonight. Different story, different guy, same old timeline passing by. Stacks of papers, cameras roll, another twist in the episode. Judge just sighs and taps a pen. Didn't we hear this one again? Every man she dates somehow gets a headline starting now. Claim the bump, file the suit, cue the courtroom parachute. All bump, 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 lawsuit, baby. Tell me who's the daddy lately. Story changing day by day. Courtroom drama on display. Bump, 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 lawsuit show. Everybody's in the know. Truth walks in and here we go. Another twist in Laura's show. Wanted Rose's TV fame. Clayton didn't play that game. Instead of roses on a stage, now it's filings page by page. Every boyfriend gets the news. Guess what? I've got a claim for you. Timelines wobbling, facts are thin, but the lawsuits keep rolling in. Failed abortions in the tail. Another story set to sail, but the courtroom crowd can see this plot twist in HD. Bump, 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 lawsuit, baby. Tell me who's the daddy lately. Big bump rolling through the door. Judges heard this all before. Bump, 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 lawsuit show. Everybody's in the know. Truth walks in and steals the scene. Popcorn in the balcony. Hey, hey, what's the claim today? Lawyer tweeting all the way. Hey, what's the story now? Judge just raise an eyebrow. Fake bump here, new suit there. Timeline floating in the air. Lawyer tweet, courtroom heat. 90s beat on repeat. Oh, bump, bump, lawsuit. Courtroom drama driving crazy. Another claim, another view. Same old plot in episode 2. Bum, 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 bum.